Scream 7 is confirmed, but with a new director. How do we feel about that? Should everyone freak out? Let's talk. So Scream 6 was phenomenally successful and broke records for the franchise. So we've all been waiting super patiently for a Scream 7 announcement, which was pretty much guaranteed given the success of the film, the 6th film. The last one that came out, you know what I mean. It's taken a while, though, for this announcement to come. And I had a feeling that it was probably because Radio Silence is now very busy. They've got monster movies to make. So I had a feeling that scheduling Radio Silence for a 7th film might be difficult. And I have a feeling that's maybe what was happening behind the scenes. But it looks like Paramount and Spyglass can't wait any longer for them. And understandably so, especially with the strikes happening and messing up everybody's release schedules. To be honest, it really doesn't make sense to wait for them, even though I wish there was a way we could. So now we finally got the announcement that it's happening, but with a new director. Now it's Christopher Landon, who directed the Happy Death Day films, Freaky, Paranormal Activity, the marked ones, and he directed Netflix's We Have a Ghost. So by all means, I wouldn't say that it's in bad hands. I'm just worried if it's the right hands, but I'm going to keep an open mind, and here's why. So Christopher Landon's tone tends to be more comedic and lighter for his films. I think Paranormal Activity of his is probably maybe the outlier in that group, but by all means, his films have been successful enough, and a lot of people in the horror community enjoy them. Does that tone match Scream 6? I don't know. To be honest, when Radio Silence was announced as taking over the franchise with Scream 5, I was nervous. Some of their stuff I enjoyed, and then other stuff I didn't. I was kind of on the fence about them, and I didn't really know, especially after not having a Scream film for so long, how it was gonna go. And I was pleasantly surprised. I didn't think it was perfect, but I thought it was a giant step in the right direction. And I was blown away by how good Scream 6 was, especially without Neve Campbell, which everybody freaked out about, myself included. But I'd argue that in Scream 6, we didn't really need her. I mean, she was missed, yeah. Love Neve every time she's there. But I think it made fans confident enough to let go of some of their limitations with the franchise, as long as it's in the right hands. So with 2 films, everybody really trusts Radio Silence. And now we're handing it over to somebody else. Radio Silence is still executive producing, which is something to note. But, someone else is still in the director's seat, so. But I'm going to keep an open mind because, again, I was really surprised with how much I liked what Radio Silence did with it. It felt like we went back to the roots of Scream, and I think that was the right move. This does make me concerned we're going to go back into the other direction where we don't want to be, but we'll see. This is just the announcement. We don't know anything, but I do think if the studio was smart and if Christopher Landon was smart, they would take extra steps to really make sure that they hold on to the fandom's trust and secure their buy-in. And as much as I don't think Neve needs to return for there to be more Scream, maybe throw down the money to bring her back for this one, just to make sure everybody shows up. And then we'll see. Because that's my main concern, is now we're shaking up the trust again amongst the fans. So does everybody except the diehard fans turn out for it? With new people directing? I don't know. Either way, I'm always happy to live in a world with new Scream movies and Scream content and all of that wonderful stuff. So let's just see what happens. Yeah? But what do you think? Let me know. I'm really curious to see, once the news settles in, how everybody's going to feel and what the vibe among the fans is going to be. So have a chat with me. Let me know. And I'll be here with all of you, counting down the days to Scream 7.